In a world drowning in noise, distraction, and weakness, a few men rise quietly before the sun, not to scroll aimlessly or hit snooze, but to conquer themselves before the day begins. These men are not superhuman. They don't have magical powers or unlimited resources, but they have something most people lack: discipline forged in solitude. They follow a sacred path every morning, a powerful blend of ancient monk rituals and warrior discipline that transforms them into unstoppable forces of purpose, peace, and power. We call it the warrior monk morning routine. And it's not just a routine, it's a way of life, a daily ceremony of victory over laziness, confusion, and chaos. If you feel like you're not where you want to be in life, mentally, physically, spiritually, this might be the missing piece. Because success doesn't come from motivation. It comes from rhythm. It comes from habits that carve strength into your soul, day after day. And this routine has built monks who mastered stillness and warriors who conquered empires. But first, let's face the truth. Most people start their day like slaves. They wake up tired, already behind, chasing time, feeding on sugar and screens before their feet even touch the ground. They check their phone. They drown in news, notifications, fake dopamine. Their first hour is chaos. And what starts in chaos ends in regret. It sets the tone for a life lived in reaction, not intention. They wonder why they feel anxious, unfocused, weak, why they can't build momentum or self-respect. It's because their mornings are unguarded, and what you don't guard, you lose. Modern life has robbed men of their sacred time in the morning, the warrior's hour, the monk's stillness. There's no clarity, no vision, just noise. We've been trained to wake up and serve the world's agenda instead of our own mission. The problem isn't just physical fatigue, it's spiritual erosion. We no longer see the morning as holy, and that's where the rot begins. That's where potential gets buried under cheap pleasure and mental fog. If you relate to this, let me help solve this problem with you. The warrior monk morning routine reclaims your time, your energy, and your mind. It's a discipline that anchors your day in strength, silence, and sacred action. It's about becoming dangerous in the right way. Calm like a monk, but powerful like a lion. You don't need to become someone else. You need to remember who you are underneath all the mental clutter. This routine is how. It begins before the world wakes. The warrior monk rises with intention, not with dread, not with delay. He breathes deeply. He doesn't rush. He drinks a glass of water with reverence, cleansing the body like a temple. The first act of the day is sacred. No screens, no distractions. He honors stillness. He allows the silence to speak. He walks outside, even if it's cold, even if he's tired, because discomfort is the sharpening stone of warriors. He lets the morning air hit his skin. He reconnects with the earth, barefoot if possible. This is grounding, literal and spiritual. The monk in him absorbs the quiet. The warrior in him awakens. Next comes movement, not just to look good, but to feel alive. Push-ups, squats, stretches, sprints. No gym needed, just will. Motion awakens the nervous system. It floods the brain with clarity. The body remembers, I am not a machine. I am a vessel of strength. Blood flows, muscles engage. Laziness is burned in the furnace of action. After movement comes mastery of the breath. He sits in silence, eyes closed, back straight. He breathes in slowly, he holds, he breathes out. The warrior monk trains his mind like a blade. Meditation is not weakness, it is war within. Every time the mind wanders, he brings it back, not with force, but with presence. Like a seasoned general guiding his troops. Now his mind is sharp, his body is alive, and his spirit is centered. He opens his journal, not to write fluff, but to clarify his mission. What are today's battles? What is my purpose? Who do I need to be today? This is where the monk speaks through the pen and the warrior listens. He doesn't react to the world. He writes his commands before the world can dictate them. Then he reads, not social media, but wisdom, a page of scripture, philosophy, stoic thought, something timeless, something that feeds the soul. The warrior monk doesn't just chase success, he chases alignment with eternal truth. He learns from the greats, he listens to the dead who still speak. With the mind, body, and spirit fully aligned, he breaks his fast, not with sugar and poison, but with simplicity. Eggs, water, fruit, fats. Clean food to fuel a clean mind. Food is sacred. He eats with attention, not addiction. He doesn't numb himself with breakfast. He nourishes his temple. By now, most people are still lost in their phones, stuck in traffic, or dragging themselves to work. But the warrior monk is already victorious. He has conquered the hardest part of the day, himself. He has built a fortress around his focus, his purpose, and his peace. He doesn't need motivation. He has momentum. You see, the warrior monk isn't perfect. He doesn't always feel like doing it, but he does it anyway. Because discipline isn't about feelings. It's about becoming. And every morning, he becomes the man he promised himself he would be. This is how you build a life of quiet power. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need extreme hacks. You need a sacred rhythm that beats louder than the chaos of the world. You need stillness before war. You need fire before breakfast. You need to remember. The way you start your day is the way you live your life. Don't underestimate the power of the first hour. Don't let the world steal your morning. Because that's when God speaks. That's when your true self whispers. That's when the foundation of greatness is built. One rep, one breath, one prayer at a time. The warrior monk morning routine is not for everyone. It's not easy. It's not trendy. It doesn't give you instant rewards, but it gives you something deeper. Self-respect, a sense of control, inner peace that cannot be bought, outer strength that cannot be faked, and a life that is no longer reactive, but guided by purpose. Men who follow this path don't just become successful, they become magnetic, respected, centered. Their presence shifts rooms. Their eyes are clear. Their actions are intentional. They live with fire in the belly and peace in the heart. So tomorrow morning, don't wake up like a slave. Don't scroll. Don't snooze. Rise like a warrior monk. Reclaim your hours. Rewire your mind. Strengthen your body. Sharpen your spirit. And remember, you don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to begin. Because once you win the morning, you win the day. And once you win every single day, you win your destiny. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I'm doing a little experiment, and I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what they start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.